Welcome everyone back to my channel. I am the Poke Technician here, bringing you another video. Today's video will be Season 3, Week 2 of the Draft League Challenge. Our team, the Seattle Mareanies, is facing off against the QH Torterras in a huge matchup this week. The Torterras are coached by Ryan, who is a pretty good battler. It'll be exciting to see what kind of team he decides to bring. I will have my team builder video out before the battle this week for sure, so please do check that out. I'll link it down below in the description. Also, let me know, are you guys interested in me bringing a face cam to the channel? Would that improve your enjoyment of the video or distract you from the video itself? Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. Anyhow, here we are just going to issue out our challenge to Ryan. I have a battle damage calculator pulled up here as well, as I do want to try and calc what he can go for. He is bringing a lot of things that I expected. The one mon that I didn't see in my mocks was Luxray. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm assuming he's probably packing something like the Ice Fang if Luxray gets that. Anyhow, I'm going to send him the good luck, have fun. All right. And we will lead with, I think my plan is to lead with the Starmie. Perfect. All right. So we will lead off with that Starmie against his Dragapult. Okay, so right off the bat here, I'm going to pull up my Starmie in the battle calcs here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my live narration as well. If you would prefer post-com, I guess that's an option. Just let me know. Starmie, my custom set versus Dragapult. Let's go something like OU Hex. No, that's not the set we want. Dragapult, probably going to be something more like, I do want to see specs, or not specs, just like a Shadow Ball set. Let's call it a double special attacking set. Alright, so my Ice Beam's going to do a lot. His Shadow Ball has a chance to KO. Okay, so what we have to do here is go out most likely into... What can we go into here? I guess my Rotom is an option. So is the Zapdos. I do have some special defense investment in the Zapdos. I'm worried about him setting up a Dragon Dance here though. But I think that my Magearna is the best option. I'm very, very nervous here, guys, if you can't tell. Okay. Let's go out into that Magearna and see what he wants to go for. Goes for the Shadow Ball. Okay, that is what I anticipated. So here, I can hit him with the Ice Beam. Let me just calc that damage real quick too. Let's see, Magearna, custom set. Shadow Ball should be doing 40 to 48. Okay, that's right. So he is not spexed, actually. Okay, interesting. So here what I will do is probably just opt to throw off the Ice Beam. I really wanted this thing to sweep, but I do have the Garchomp in the back also able to do so. So yeah, I'm going to toss off the Ice Beam. Hits Excadrill. That is probably an AV drill, I'm thinking. Actually, let me just calc that real quick, as I do want to get this correct. Excadrill, OU utility. No, not utility. Excadrill, does it have an AV set here? Sandrush. Let's say doubles Mold Breaker, just for defensive purposes, so I can see. Go up to Assault Vest, which is right there. Okay. Now let's see how that looks. Guaranteed 2-co, obviously. Ice Beam did 25% max. Okay, so that's probably what we're looking at is a assault vested Excadrill here. Decides to get up his stealth rocks. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So here I am probably going to opt to go for the knockoff. See what he decides to do. Alright, we do make the right selection going for the knockoff there into the dragapult. Oh, it is spexed. Okay, cool. So very nice. We like that. We do like to see that. So here I'm thinking I can probably go into my Zapdos and try and get rid of these rocks maybe. So that is what I'm going to do. Decides to go for the U-turn. Get static. No, no static. Okay. Let's see. Decides to bring out the Grimmsnarl. So here, I'm wondering what this wants to do for me. Do to me. It might have the Ice Punch. But I think I will just click the Defog as he goes for the taunt. Okay, so now we can go for the Volt Switch. See if he decides to get up his hazards. Gets up his light screen. We're going to Volt Switch out. Here, I'm pretty tempted to go back out into my Mareanies and click the shift gear. I will get my citrus berry popped, which is awesome. Okay, cool. So we pop our citrus. He's got the light screen up. He's gonna want to go back out into drill, I think. I'm gonna go back out into my Zapdos. So he does go drill. Okay, so here I think the most important thing to do is to click Heat Wave. Might have been a better play actually to go out into my Noodles here, my Pastafari and the Tangrowth. I'm gonna do that as he switches out into Audino. Okay. So this will most likely result in a Toxic, I'm thinking. Might decide to toss off the Wish as well, which would be really annoying. I'm gonna go for the knockoff. He goes for his own knockoff, knocking off my Assault Vest. Okay, so that's problematic for sure. I thought he might have the knockoff. Here I'm gonna switch back out into Zapdos. And I am just going to click the Defog as he goes into Pult. Okay, no problem. Here, I think I will just click the Roost, as I should be able to take any attack he wants to go for. It's the Shadow Ball here. I'm gonna Roost up, okay. So we know he is locking into a Shadow Ball there. So now that he doesn't have the specs, I can go into my Rotom and take one of these, no problem. Which is what I'm gonna do. Out into the Rotom, he drops the Draco. Okay. So that does a lot of damage. Good move on his part. Really wish I had gone out into my Mareanies there, of course. I think the move here, I want to go for the Shadow Ball, but I also want to click the Overheat. I think I'm going to click the Overheat, as he has accidentally left the match, I believe. Let's see. He's playing really well this game so far. I'm really worried about my chances, honestly. He's got a really terrifying team. And he didn't bring the Toxapex. This looks a lot like, ooh, wow. Goes for another one of those there, Draco Meteors. Here, I think what I want to do is go back out into the Zapdos. This kind of coveralls. He goes for the Shadow Ball. It's not going to do very much damage to me at this point. Here, I think I can start spamming some Heat Waves, perhaps. If he does switch out, I do want to say it's going to be into something like the Audino or the Luxray. Here, I have the speed to outspeed his... I think he wants to get his screens back up, probably. I'm going to click the Volt Switch as he goes out into Grimmsnarl. Cool. So really good play there for sure. He's got the Taunt and the Light Screen so far. Okay. So here I'm almost wanting to put in my Starmie. Alternatively, I could put in the Tangrowth. Also, my Mareanies wants to come in here pretty good, but I have to be wary of that Excadrill still. Alright, so if I go, yeah, because if he sets up the screens, he can just go straight out into Excadrill. I think I will go out into my Tangrowth here. And my move here is to click the Sludge Bomb, I believe. I'm going to click the Sludge Bomb as he puts up his Reflect. Come on, Poison. No poison there, okay. That's kind of annoying, but no big deal. This is really aggravating. Here I'm going to go back out into my Rotom as he sets up the light screen. And now I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. As he taunts me into that, that's fine. And hopefully you guys didn't hear that. My dog's trying to get into the room in the background. All right. So now we have Zapdos in. And I'm wondering if he's going to try and taunt me here. If he does taunt me, he's got the Assault Vest Excadrill. I think what I want to do is click the Defog. Okay, he stays in and taunts, that's fine. So here, I think the move is to go on out into the Tangrowth again. So he decides to bring in the Audino once more, which was rocking the heavy duty boots. I didn't bring any hazards on my team this week. Might have been a mistake for sure, but let's see. So he's got Knockoff Wish. I'm assuming he's got the Heal Bell. Here, I've already lost my Citrus Berry. This thing's got to be Light Clay, I'm assuming. But here I can just go out into my Zapdos, I think. Because I do want to get these hazards off the field. Oh man, this is rough. This battle is not going the way I wanted it to. Screens are obviously a big problem. Which I anticipated. I anticipated him to bring the screens, don't get me wrong. So here, we have to click the Defog, as he's going to go back into his Grimmsnarl. Yep, no surprise there. Here we can, I think we can opt to go for the Volt Switch. So he goes into Audino. Okay. So this situation is kind of more of a favorable one here. I'm almost assuming he's bringing the Intimidate Luxray for my Garchomp. However, simultaneously, I really don't want him knocking off my Expert Belt, but at the same time, this looks like a good chance to get set up. That Serena is just kind of a problem, though. Okay, so he brings in the Audino. See, this is where I wish I had brought a Trickmon again this week, but this Mon isn't packing his screen, so I can go out into the God, I keep reading its name as Reggie still. The Mareanies and try and shift gear, but again, I'm really not sure that's a great decision at this point. I think what I will do here, it's got the knockoff. That's so aggravating for my Starmie. Like now Starmie can potentially take an attack from the non-specs Dragapult, so I almost want to keep it around for a clutch Ice Beam. I think what we will do, let's see, how much did that Volt Switch do? 22%, not a lot. Okay. I'm going to bring in the Garchomp here. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go for the Scale Shot. Although I am worried about that, their Grimmsnarl. It's definitely scary. Let's go he decides to switch into the Grimmsnarl, guess it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna go for the scale shot here. We do send that off. And he does knock off my expert belt, which is super annoying. Okay, so in comes the Serena. All right. So the oven here is probably the best play for me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go out into my oven. So he goes for the triple axle, that's cool. Kind of figured that he would do that. And then here, I think that I can just click the overheat. It's gonna do a heck of a lot of damage to anything. Out comes the Excadrill. I'm gonna click the overheat. We do connect and take out the Excadrill. Okay, so that is one huge threat down. Out comes Luxray. And I am excited to see that it's the Intimidate variant. Whew, versus something like the Guts variant. I am so nervous for this game, guys. I'm glad to be rid of that Audino and that Excadrill. That was kind of the scarier 2-mon core for my team to handle. Let's see. Want to keep my bird around. This can still serve a purpose too. 262 speed, won't be able to outspeed me. So I can Volt Switch here, which does very little to him. He's not going for an electric attack. He's probably going for something like the Crunch. I'm going to bring in my Tangrowth here. Goes for the Toxic. Okay, that's fine. As we can click the Earthquake here. He has nothing immune to it. He'll probably bring in his Serena. If I had to guess, yep. In comes the Serena. We'll see what this is packing. Don't see any lefties. My Tangrowth still has plenty of utility here. I think here he's not going to predict me to go into the Zapdos because last time I went into the Rotom Heat. So I'm going to go out into my Zapdos. Goes for the HJK, gets the critical hit, but he does get paralyzed, which is so nifty for me. Here I can Roost because he can go for the triple axle if he wants to, but I will remove my flying type ahead of time. Goes for the triple axle. Actually does quite a bit of damage, surprisingly. Okay. So here my plan is to Volt Switch. Yep, as he does go Grimmsnarl, realizes that he's probably bested. We get the crit that time. Grimmsnarl can get up his screens, I guess. I really don't want it doing that. So what I'm going to do here... Let's see. He doesn't have very much more setup, which is really nice for me. Let's see. What is my best move? Taunt, Light Screen, Reflect. Let's just go out into my Starmie here. And should be free to... I guess I could Flip Turn. I'm pretty much thinking that a Flip Turn is the move, but that's going to allow him to get all his screens up. I'm going to go for the Surf. Okay, that does very little. But now what I can do is Flip Turn, I think. Out into something else. What that something will be, I'm not sure yet. Probably my Tangrowth here. The triple axle is a big problem for me right now. I need to make sure to... I really wish I had Analytic too right now. Let's see. My attack is pretty dang low. Surf did 15%. Okay. Let's go Ice Beam on this one. Yep, as he decides to go into the Serena, we do see that Ice Beam is going to be the right move. And here we will be able to Flip Turn. Deal him the resisted Flip Turn out into my Rotom Heat, I think here. That's pretty much what this still checks is the Serena. Goes for the Trop Kick, reducing my defense, or my attack, sorry. Don't know what I'm thinking there. And now we can issue the Overheat, or do we go Volt Switch? I think we'll go Volt Switch here, yep. So he decides to go back into his Dragapult. We can throw off the Volt Switch. And then we can go out into our Magearna. And here, let's see, we've seen the Volt Switch and the Toxic there. See, now the problem for me is I wasn't watching his screen turns previously. Don't have my berry anymore. So I'm just gonna click the Ice Beam here. All right, so I should have gone for the, oh no, light screen's still up. Okay, good deal. So here, what we can do, we might have to take a sack on something here. Serena no longer has any way to heal. So I think that once we get rid of the Grimmsnarl, we'll be looking pretty good. No, oh my god, I accidentally misclicked. Whew, that was terrifying. So here I'm anticipating Shadow Ball or Draco Meteor. He went for the Flamethrower last time. I'm really trying to wear out his screens. I don't see much value left in my Magearna at this time, so I'm going to switch out into the Magearna. Which, this is probably the perfect switch. Here, I'm going to shift my gears. Actually, no. Let's see. Guess I'll go for Ice Beam here. Gets up the Reflect. Okay. Here, he's gonna have the possibility to get up his light screen again. I'm thinking about shifting gears. At this point, I can hit something. Does get up his light screen. I'm gonna shift gears. Okay. So now we outspeed everything on his team. Let's go for the Calm Mind. He taunts me there. Okay, no problem. We will just go for the Ice Beam. Yeah, let's just go for the Ice Beam here. It is gonna raise my special attack, which is nice. And he'll go out into Luxray here, I'm thinking. Goes out into Dragapult. So I will be able to outspeed Dragapult unless it's packing the Sucker Punch. And take that out with a nice Ice Beam. Magearna is putting in the work, just like I had hoped it would. It's gonna drop my attack. And I am going to go for the Stored Power. I think, yep. Let's just click the Stored Power. Okay, doesn't do that much damage. Volt Switch is on me, but I am able to survive that. He's throwing me the GG. I'm going to give him the GG back because it does look like at this point I'm going to be able to win the game. I'll throw off my Ice Beam here. Maybe he'll get full parried. Oh, he does get full parried. So that is just super nice for me as I can throw off another Ice Beam. Awesome. Well, I'm really glad I played so cautiously and was able to kind of scout out his team a little bit ahead of time. I think that really helped me finish him off in this game, as it looks like it's going to be probably a 5-0 victory. Stored Power is the play there. He can take me out with his Volt Switch. And then I will go into Garchomp and get my last KO here. He had some really good sets. I'm happy that I was able to take out his Audino early and kept it from supporting the rest of his team. His Audino and Grimmsnarl were really good support for this team. I think that Luxray was probably not the greatest bring on his part. That would be the one mistake I think that maybe Ryan made in terms of team composition, but anyhow, good game to Ryan. I hope you guys really enjoyed this battle, and we are 2-0 in the league with a +10 differential so far. So not too shabby, guys, not too shabby. And Magearna got some wins there too, which I'm happy about. So let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know if you want to see face cam on the channel, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.